You know that quiet hum of anxiety in the back of your mind? The one asking, can I actually build wealth on just an average income? Look, there's this huge misconception out there that you absolutely need a massive six-figure salary to secure your financial future. Well, today, we're taking that assumption and tossing it right out the window. Okay, let's dive right into this. The short, totally emphatic answer from the experts: yes. Absolutely yes. You see, building wealth is a process. It's not some lucky one-time event, and it for sure doesn't demand a crazy high income. It just requires the right system. And today, we've got the exact blueprint to build it. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking how to build household wealth. It's a super practical, totally no-nonsense guide by James A. Sabb from Sabb Media. We're going to break down his exact step-by-step formula. And the best part? It's designed specifically for everyday families who are just trying to secure their financial footing. Let's think of wealth building like literally constructing a house. Here's our agenda for today. We'll cover what household wealth actually is, pouring the financial foundation, the strategic investing ladder, habits that build wealth, and finally, avoiding commonwealth mistakes. Let's get to it. Starting off with Section 1, what is household wealth? Defining the core concept. Because obviously, before we start hammering away, we need to know what we're actually building. So household wealth, or as you probably know it, your net worth, is simply the difference between everything you own and everything you owe, your assets minus your liabilities. The big mental shift we need to make right now is realizing that wealth isn't just about getting a bigger paycheck. It's actually about intentionally widening that gap between what you own and what you owe over time. Let's put some real numbers to this. Picture a family. They've got a home, maybe some retirement accounts, and savings that add up to $370,000 in assets. But they also have a mortgage and some credit card debt totaling $215,000 in liabilities. Do the math, subtract what they owe from what they own, and you're looking at a true net worth of $155,000. That right there, that's their actual wealth. And that brings us straight to the Sabb Media wealth building formula. Check this out. Your income minus your expenses equals your cash flow. Then you take that cash flow, multiply it by time, and multiply that by your rate of return. Boom, household wealth. The whole point of this system isn't to stress out about doubling your salary tomorrow. It's about consistently widening that cash flow gap, totally regardless of what you're making right now. All right, moving on to Section 2, pouring the financial foundation. Protection first. Because honestly, you just can't build a sturdy house on a swamp. So here's the absolute crucial point. Before you go rushing into the exciting stuff like investing, you literally have to lock in these three things: adequate insurance coverage, a fully funded emergency fund, and getting rid of high-interest debt. Skipping these, that is a one-way ticket to exposing yourself to setbacks that can wipe out years of progress. Overnight. Seriously, don't skip this. Let's zoom in on that emergency fund for a sec. You need 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses sitting safely in a liquid, high-yield savings account. This is totally non-negotiable. Why? Because without it, every single unexpected thing, a sudden medical bill, the car breaking down, instantly becomes a debt event. And spiraling into emergency debt will drain your wealth faster than pretty much anything else out there. Now, let's talk about that 20% number. This is a harsh mathematical reality. If you're carrying credit card debt at like an 18 to 25% interest rate, you literally cannot outgrow that through investing. I mean, there's virtually no investment on earth that reliably spits out a 20% annual return. So paying off that high interest debt, that's actually the highest guaranteed return you are ever going to get. Okay, Section 3, the strategic investing ladder, growth and compounding. Foundation is poured, we're protected. Now we switch from playing defense to playing offense with long-term investing. The guide gives us this incredibly effective hierarchy. It's like a ladder. Priority 1, your employer 401k match. You have to contribute enough to capture this because it's literally a guaranteed 50 to 100% return. Never, ever leave free money on the table. Priority 2 is maxing out an IRA. Let those tax advantages compound over decades. Once you do that, Priority 3 brings us back to bumping up your 401k, which actually lowers your taxable income today. And finally, Priority 4 is using a taxable brokerage account when you want full liquidity. Now, if you're looking at this ladder thinking, I don't have enough cash to start, just take a breath. You can start with literally any amount. Why? Because compounding. It's the most powerful force in wealth building, and time is its multiplier.
Get this. The guide points out that saving just $100 a month starting at age 30 will completely beat saving $500 a month if you wait until you're 45. It's wild, but it's just how the math works. Moving on to Section 4, Habits that Build Wealth. Maintaining the system. The house is framed, right? Now we enter the maintenance phase. Building true wealth isn't really about some dramatic Wolf of Wall Street financial move. It's way more about mastering quiet, boring daily routines. Let's rapid fire through these habits because honestly, doing these consistently is what separates people who build wealth from those who just stay stuck. First, automate your savings. Move that money before you even see it. Next, commit to saving at least half of every single raise you get. Make it an annual habit to calculate your net worth and review your insurance. And above all else, stay invested, even when the market gets bumpy.
I want to hover on that second habit for a second. Lifestyle inflation. It is the absolute biggest drain on your long-term wealth. When we make more money, it's just human nature to immediately want to upgrade our lives, right? You want a nicer car, or suddenly you feel like you literally must have a kitchen island. The golden rule is to intercept that urge. Commit to stashing away half of every raise before you even think about upgrading your lifestyle. Which naturally brings us to Section 5, avoiding Commonwealth mistakes, staying the course. We have to ask, what causes people to fail at this, even when they have the income and the opportunities staring them right in the face? The ultimate mistake? Starting late, feeling like you're behind, and then trying to desperately make up for lost time by chasing these crazy high returns, going all in on crypto or super risky stocks. The solution is actually remarkably simple. Consistent, diversified, long-term investing. Start it early. Trying to shortcut your way to the top with high-risk bets almost always ends worse than just sticking to a beautifully boring, dependable strategy. I've got to read you this quote directly from James A. Sabb because it really hits the nail on the head. He writes, "Every family I have worked with that successfully built household wealth over time shared one characteristic. They treated financial decisions as a system, not a series of individual choices." That right there is the ultimate takeaway of this whole explainer. You don't need a perfect salary. You don't need to perfectly time the market. You just need a system. So I'll leave you with this one question. Are you going to start building your system today? Whether that means finally opening up that high-yield savings account, logging in to get that 401k match, or literally just grabbing a pen and figuring out your current net worth. The absolute most important thing you can do is just start. So what's your first step going to be?